The Property Bulletin by London Property, the home of superprime.
With London's prime sales market sluggish, a new class of accidental landlords is emerging. Homeowners who can't sell at the price they want and are instead renting out their properties, often on short-term lets. Take Vinod Patel. After struggling to sell his Brixton flat, he turned to short-term rentals at £2,700 a month. The income just about covers his mortgage while giving him the option to sell if the market improves. This stopgap approach is becoming increasingly common. According to Savills, short lets of 6 months or less in prime central London rose 18% in the first half of 2025, with many owners pivoting to rentals after failed sales. Chesterton's reports that 41% of their short-let landlords this year fall into that category, up from 26% last year. The trend comes as traditional landlords exit in large numbers, pressured by tax changes, higher mortgage rates, new licensing rules, and looming legislation like the Renters' Rights Bill. Supply is shrinking. RICS data shows landlord instructions fell at the fastest pace since 2020, yet tenant demand remains strong, pushing rents higher. In some cases, short-term lets have led to unexpected sales, as with a Covent Garden flat where a tenant ended up buying the property. Others, however, find the margins slim once costs, service charges and taxes are factored in. For professional investors, yields are creeping back up. Knight Frank puts average London gross yields at 4.5%. But for many accidental landlords, renting is simply a holding strategy. As Patel puts it, it's better than leaving the place empty. When the market improves, I'll sell. At the turn of the millennium, a London home cost just £74,000, £143,000 in today's money. Fast forward to 2025 and the average is almost £261,000, a rise of 279%, far outstripping wage growth of 138%. The gap has left even well-paid households locked out, with affordability ratios across every borough now beyond the 5 times income threshold. Why prices took off? Cheap credit. Post-2008, ultra-low mortgage rates, as low as 1 to 2%, reignited demand. Overseas capital. Foreign buyers, boosted by a weak pound, poured into the market. Chronic undersupply. London has long built far fewer homes than required, with current delivery averaging 38,000 a year, against 88,000 needed. Deposits have spiraled. First-time buyers now typically need £150,000 plus up front, while those with family help often stretch closer to £225,000. Without support, most Londoners simply can't save enough. Outer boroughs, once considered affordable, have surged. Hackney prices are up 314% since 2000, with buyers now needing salaries over £100,000 to access average mortgages. Even Tower Hamlets, the cheapest borough, requires £84,000. Starts have plunged to their lowest since 2009. In the second quarter of 2025, only 731 new homes were started across the capital, a fraction of the need. Limited supply continues to prop up prices. Since 2016, London values have been broadly flat. With inflation, tax changes and low confidence weighing on demand, affordability is improving only slowly. For many, especially single earners, ownership remains a distant goal. As Knight Frank's Simon Gammon puts it, it's not mortgage rates anymore, it's confidence. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, closed its consultation on proposed mortgage rule changes that could transform the home loans market and the role of brokers. The review comes alongside Labour's pledge to build 1.5 million homes before the next election, with regulators focused on ensuring more buyers can access them. Key proposals: higher borrowing limits. A relaxation in July allowed lenders to issue more loans above 4.5 times income. The Treasury estimated this could enable 36,000 extra first-time buyers in the first year. Wider access. Proposals target self-employed buyers, those on variable incomes, shared ownership applicants, and later-life borrowers. Affordability tests. Greater use of rent-based models and digital tools to streamline house purchases. Broker role under review. The FCA is considering more execution-only remortgages to reduce costs, but this could cut broker-arranged loans by up to £97,000 annually, leading to £116 million in lost fees and charges. Brokers warn that 9 in 10 mortgages currently go through intermediaries, and removing advice could expose customers to harm. Coventry's Jonathan Stinton says brokers remain central to helping clients make sense of their options. Capco's Michael Shan believes simpler rules could lower costs and improve access, but stresses innovation must remain responsible. Canada Life's Pete Madden highlights the importance of later life lending, with property wealth now making up 40% of UK household wealth. Experts caution that loosening affordability tests without addressing supply risks fueling price inflation rather than improving access. Stinton notes any reforms must go hand in hand with a meaningful push towards house building. The FCA acknowledges that freeing up lending could decrease defaults, but insists a balanced approach is needed. Ultimately, the success of these reforms will depend not just on regulation, but on whether enough homes are built. Cheney Capital and Stanhope have acquired Row 1, a £450 million office development site on London South Bank. The fully consented scheme will deliver 250,000 square feet of new office and retail space, with main construction due to start in early 2026 and complete within 2 years. Stanhope will lead the development. What's planned? 235,000 square feet of flexible offices plus 15,000 square feet of retail F&B. 18 terraces, many with Thames views, clubroom, wellness centre. Best-in-class end-of-trip facilities, 724 bike spaces and 54 showers. A new public realm to enhance the area. The scheme is designed to be all-electric, net zero in operation, and is targeting top sustainability ratings. Why it matters. South Bank Bankside is now London's second largest office market, home to 114+ major company relocations since 2013. The location sits between London Bridge and Southwark Bridge, with excellent connectivity to London Bridge, Cannon Street, Waterloo and Blackfriars. Stanhope and Cheney see strong demand for prime Grade A offices, especially as London faces a supply crunch later this decade. Joe Binns of Stanhope called it a rare, de-risked, best-in-class opportunity, while Cheney's Nick Grossi said the goal is to deliver a building distinguished by exceptional ESG credentials and occupier amenities.
Subscribe to our newsletter to receive our weekly bulletins and stay ahead of what's shaping the super prime property market.